This no-bake cheesecake is so simple. All you do is add your lemon juice and your sugar. With your cream cheese in your bowl and mix it up. Then you're going to take 1 container of whipped topping. Cool Whip is one of the best inventions ever. And we're just going to stir it in. All right, then we're going to take our pie crust. Now, if you want to make a homemade graham cracker pie crust, Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 1 has the recipe. You can also find it at livingonadime.com. The link will be in the description below. Then, just pour it into your pie crust. If you want more cheesecake recipes, check out our Dining on a Dime cookbook on page 304 and 305. Don't those look yummy, dear? Mm-hmm. The link is in the description below, 25% off today. Then we're going to put this in the refrigerator and let it set up for several hours. And for those of you who don't know, I forgot to tell you this tip. The lid, just turn it upside down and it makes a nice little cover if you need it. So now we're going to refrigerate that. Okay, it's been firming in the fridge. And of course, what cheesecake is perfection without pie filling on top? Oh.
That looks amazing, dear.
Thank you. For this no-bake chocolate cake, you want 11 ounces by weight. I know that I had extra chocolate chips, so I weighed them. This was 8 ounces. Love these mini chocolate chips because they melt quicker, so let's go get these melted. All right, every 30 seconds or so, give it a stir to get the heat evenly distributed. All right, we are there. Now I can feel my measuring cup is warm, so I'm just going to let the rest of the chocolate finish melting there. My cream cheese isn't quite soft enough, so I'm going to throw this in the microwave for just a couple of seconds. Now you don't want to melt it, but you do want it a little bit softened, so. Okay, now let's see, there. I think, well, man, Center's still a little, let me just soften it just a titch more. There, is that better? Okay, that's much better. Now, normally I would just do it in my bowl, but this one doesn't fit in that microwave. Then our sugar. This recipe is in the description below. All right, and then our butter. Now guys, measurements are on the side of the butter here. A half a stick is a 1/4 cup. I'm just going to lop off a 1/4 cup right there. All right, so I misread the recipe and I needed 1½ cups of chocolate, and I put 11 ounces because I misread. It was 11 ounces of the cream cheese, but I'm just gonna go just a little shy on the chocolate. All right, then I'm just gonna save that chocolate for later. Okay, stir that. We need 2 cups of whipped topping. Oh, mine's still just slightly frozen. So there's 1. I don't know how many cups is a thing of whipped topping. 2, so it looks like maybe 3 cups is what it is. Okay, chocolate pie crust right there. If you want to make your own homemade using Oreos, our Dining on a Dime cookbook, just follow the graham cracker pie crust in here and it's exactly the same. The recipe is also on our website, livingonadime.com. The link for the cookbook, 25% off, and the recipe is in the description below. All right, Mr. Chocolate Man, what do you think?
Looks delish.
If you have something like that, just mix it in right there. What's funny is everybody says they want to cook like Grandma. This is how Grandma cooked. As soon as sweetened condensed milk and Cool Whip came out, this is all Grandma used. They need to be saying, if they're talking about cooking from totally scratch, great-great-grandma now.
Yeah, the grandma they're talking about had to get the water out of a pump out in the yard.
Yes. All right, then we're going to put this in the refrigerator for a couple of hours until it has set up. Ooh, maybe I should try this one next to make a Oreo pudding pie. Would that be delicious?
Yep.
Okay, now you don't have to get all fancy schmancy, but I got these piping bags here for $1 from a restaurant that was going out of business. So I'm going to get all fancy schmancy. You can just dollop it on there if you want. Okay, believe me, dolloping just goes much quicker. Well, there, that just added decoration to the top.
That looks great.
All right, we are making no-bake cheesecake. All you do is have your cream cheese softened. Okay, just making sure mine's soft enough. Then I'm going to add my sweetened condensed milk. All right. I would have to say sweetened condensed milk is one of the best inventions ever made. And then our lemon juice and a teaspoon of vanilla. Whoops, hold on. Some of my lemon didn't get all the way mixed up in there. Okay, there we go, my vanilla. Oops, oh dear. This is Tara's cooking show. What can I say? All right, then we have our pie crust. You can use a homemade graham cracker pie crust. The recipe is in our Dining on a Dime Cookbook, Volume 1. If you want this no-bake cheesecake recipe, it is in our Dining on a Dime Cookbook, Volume 2 on page 304. The link to get it is in the description below. It's 25% off right now. All right, there is crust. Oh, did I mention that I really miss cheesecake since going dairy-free? This is worth making myself sick over. I love cheesecake. Okay, now we're going to put this in the refrigerator for several hours and let it set up. So here's a little tip for those of you who don't know. Take this off, turn it over, and then it has a lid if you need one. Isn't that handy?
Yeah.
All right, there we have our no-bake cheesecake. Yum. Now we're going to take and add the cherry pie filling on top.
That looks great.
Jack said, "Mom, you're making cheesecakes?" I said, "Yes." "Oh, when do I get to eat them?" I said, "Well, you don't." Poor guy, his hopes were devastated.